My topic today is on abortion, and my claim is that abortion is killing a lot of lives and ruining families. So today in society, you see a lot of teens and everyday people that are killing lives that could have been a nice big family. You see a lot of parents that want to have grandchildren someday, but they're not going to have that anymore because their kids went and killed the baby that they could have had. And abortion takes the baby and kills it. Like I said, the parents don't really like that, and it damages the kid's lives. And that baby never had a chance to speak for itself or have a life of its own. And that's one life that could have made a difference in the world, and it was never born because of abortion. And many teens these days are talking about abortion. And what about adoption? There's plenty of people that in the world would want to have a baby. Like, I wouldn't be here, for instance, if my dad wouldn't have been adopted. If his parents would have decided to have an abortion, I wouldn't be here. And that's a couple of lives that would have been affected by that. Another problem with abortion is that it ruins relationships between kids and their parents. I know a lot of families that have kids in their teen years, and a lot of those parents want to have grandchildren someday, and they want to have a family. They want to continue with that generation to keep going, and they might never get that chance because of abortion. Think of how many of those parents of those teens would feel if they never got the chance to have their grandchildren and they learned that their kid was going to have an abortion. The parents would be sad, angry, and they might feel a sense of defeat that they didn't do a good job raising their kid, and they always taught them that abortion was wrong and that you shouldn't take that path, and the kid chose it. Sooner or later, they might try and talk to their kid about it, and sometimes the kids don't want to talk to their parents anymore, and they get in a big argument, or the parents don't talk to their kids anymore because they're so angry at them. And if those kids had an abortion, the relationships between the kids and the parents, it would have never been ruined if the kids wouldn't have taken that option. And have you ever wondered why the generations these days are getting smaller? I mean, I always drive by schools and I see banners up that enrollment's going down, they need more kids. I think a small contribution to that is abortion. When parents decide to kill their babies and not have like an adoption or have that baby, the enrollment goes down at schools, and that's a lot of money for schools that's going away. And what if those kids that were going to go to those schools and grow up, what if those teachers could have taught them something and they might have grown up to be a leader someday, maybe a president or a governor or just something in the community that could have made a difference? They never get to do that. And I'm sure that abortion isn't the only problem for the schools, but it is a big contribution to why some of the enrollment in schools is going down. And I seem to see a lot of people these days, specifically teens, getting depressed over what seems like nothing. And I think a lot of this, when I talk to them, it seems like it's because of abortion. That these kids, they go through an abortion, they have it, and sooner or later, they regret it, and they start to think about that life that they killed, and that they could have had a kid because of that. It comes back to them in the end. They might not think at the time that it would affect them, but sooner or later, and it comes back to them, and they get really nervous about it, and they think, well, you know, maybe I shouldn't have killed that baby. Maybe I should have put it up for adoption and had it. Now, one baby might have had siblings. Maybe later on in their life, they have more kids, and it'll keep coming back to them, and they'll keep having that memory over and over again. They might regret it, get really depressed about it, and just they might not be happy for a long time, and it'll just keep coming back to them. And my point is that just don't have an abortion. Like, think about it. Abortion doesn't really have a lot of redeeming qualities. It ruins relationships between kids and their parents. It makes generations get smaller. And it seems like it's making a lot of people get depressed these days. Either have the baby or just don't have sex at all. Think about your decisions before you make them, and make the right choice before you make a decision that you'll live with for the rest of your life, and it might not make you happy, and you might get really depressed about it, and it'll follow you for a while.